Welcome everybody to Advising and Registration 2.0. If you haven't already, make sure you enter your full name into chat along with your CIN so we can record your attendance for today's session. Our agenda today will consist of multiple sections. First will be advisement resources. There are many ways our staff can offer support to you, whether it be one-on-one advising, email campaigns/guidance, or in workshops just like this one. Next, we will discuss policies and procedures within the Student Success Center. These are particularly important because some may affect your GPA, so it's important you have a strong understanding of them. We'll also go over course recommendations by option, so you have a better idea of what's in store for you in the upcoming semesters. And finally, have an in-depth review of Degree Planner and why it's important your GE certification is keeping you on your path to success. Check your emails daily. We use a specific coding system unique to your cohort. Emails will contain the cohort code followed by the subject line of the emails. This will let you know that the Advising Center is reaching out to you specifically with important information. Get in the habit of checking your email daily. Speaking of emails, we've also listed our general email address, cbestudentservices@calstatela.edu. Whenever you have a general question or inquiry, this will be the email address you contact with them. You might think you need an appointment or need to go to drop-ins, but don't hesitate to contact that address to make sure it's not something we can answer via email. And speaking of appointments, we do those too. We have 30-minute appointments that require 24-hour lead time to book, but are reserved for in-depth questions. This includes long-term planning, excess unit SAP appeals, and other more detailed questions. Again, if you're not sure, always feel free to contact us via our email. Drop-ins are another way to get connected with academic advisors. Utilize drop-ins to get quick questions about courses answered, ask for details related to policies, and get quick help with your schedule for the next semester with no appointment required. Drop-ins are limited to a 15-minute session or less and are only offered via Zoom. We currently hold drop-ins Monday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can join anytime during that block. These hours are subject to change, so make sure you check the website prior to joining a session. This is our CBE Student Services Center website. Here you can schedule your 30-minute appointment, and the on-screen options will let you select one of your cohort advisors specifically. As mentioned before, if you are unsure what type of appointment you need, you can always contact the CBE Student Services email address for clarification. We want to make note, graduation checks should be done in workshops and not in a 30-minute appointment. Alternatively, you can go to drop-ins to get assistance with filling out graduation materials, but our workshops are designed with graduation in mind specifically. Our drop-in information will also be listed and updated on the same portion of the website, so check our website regularly for details.
Policy and processes. Are you on track? If you're a part-time student, it will take you longer to graduate because you are taking less courses per term. Typically, it will take about 4 to 6 years to graduate. In order to graduate sooner, we encourage you to take 15 units per semester, which is about 5 courses a semester. If you cannot do 5 courses per semester, aim for 30 units per year, which is about 10 courses. You can split them up between the regular semester terms, spring and fall, with the smaller winter and summer terms. By doing this, you can stay on track to graduate in 2 years. What if I fail the class? There's another way of failing a course besides doing very poorly in it by not turning in assignments or doing well on exams. That other way is not dropping the course properly. For example, if you decide to just show up to class, the instructor will not drop you from the course automatically. You do have to drop this course by a certain time during the semester. If you are still on the class roster by the time that deadline passes, your instructor may give you a WU, which holds the same academic weight as an F. Before the first 2 weeks, there is no record drop. After the first 2 weeks, though, if you want to drop the course, you will need to get approvals first. And when you do drop it, you will receive a W grade. The W grade means the course is counted as a term taken. Repeat policy. Student can only repeat a course once. It's very strict. So make sure that you pass that course the second time.
Grade forgiveness. When you receive an F and you retake it, the higher grade will replace that F in the GPA calculation. Please note that the lower grade will always be on your transcript as a record that you attempted that course during that particular semester. 16 units are available for grade forgiveness. After that, you can still repeat courses for up to 12 units. However, those grades will be averaged out instead of being replaced.
Anytime your CalSTLA or cumulative GPA falls below 2.0, you receive a probation notice. If you continue to do bad and your GPA falls below a certain threshold, you'll be asked to exit the university. Keep in mind that reinstatements are rare, so please keep your GPA up. If you find yourself slipping or struggling, please schedule an appointment with an advisor so that we could help you. So the thresholds for juniors is below 1.85 and seniors, that's a 1.95.
You are all new transfer students. One university policy is that you must enroll and obtain one letter grade in your initial semester. If you do not, you will be disenrolled from the university. To clarify, a letter grade is A through F. Grades such as W, WU, I, or incomplete grades do not count. What happens if you need a break? Let's say you struggled during your first semester and need a break to recuperate. You may take a break as long as it's within 4 semesters since your last term you were enrolled in. You would just need to fill out a return from educational leave petition. It must be submitted before the add drop deadline for the term you plan to return. If you do take a leave of absence, it is recommended to be in good standing with a GPA of above 2.0.
Registration. When is your enrollment date? Finding your enrollment date is pretty straightforward. To find it, you want to go into your Get account and into your Student Center. Once you are in your Student Center, you want to scroll down. You might have to scroll down a little bit to where it says enrollment dates. And it's going to be listed on the right-hand side. So right now, they might not have posted your enrollment date, but when they do, you'll see a link that says details. So click on the details link, and you are going to see 2 dates. One is your shopping cart date, which means you can start putting courses into your shopping cart and perform a course validation, which will pre-check your courses for any prerequisites and holds. The other date you'll see is your enrollment date, which is the actual day and time that you can start enrolling for your classes. Please remember that we are a prepaid campus, so your tuition must be paid prior to enrollment. If you had questions about your tuition, you will have to contact the cashier's office or the financial aid office if you are receiving financial aid. Your business advisors are not able to help you with tuition-related issues. In addition to registering for the semesters, we also have winter sessions and summer sessions. If you want to catch up or get ahead with graduation, you can take courses in the winter session and summer sessions. Winter sessions are very short. They are 3 weeks long. So that means courses are intense. Only one course is allowed in winter. There isn't a big course selection for winter, and the financial aid is not available for winter. Then we have summer sessions. Summer sessions are composed of different types of sessions. First, we have the weeks 1 through 5. That's one of the sessions. And we also have weeks 6 through 10, which is another session. And we also have weeks 1 through 10 sessions. So there's 3 different sessions you can choose from for summer. You can take up to 18 units maximum in summer. How many courses you should take in summer, it's really up to you. Most students, if they take summer, they take around 2 to 3 courses. We have a pretty generous course selections for summer, and financial aid may be available. So you need to check with them to see if you can get some financial aid for summer. So remember, take advantage of winter and summer sessions, especially if you want to catch up or get ahead. So now this is what you guys have been waiting for, the course recommendations. So we're going to talk about course recommendations by major. So right now we are going to focus on the business administration majors. So if you are CIS and econ, you guys can relax for now. But if you are business administration, which is most of our students, then you want to pay close attention. So for all business administration majors, so it doesn't matter what option you are right now. So for all business administration, we want you to complete Econ 3060 and Business 3050 by the end of your second term here to stay on track. So this is especially important if you want to graduate on time. So remember, so for all business administration, try to complete your Econ 3060 and Business 3050 by the end of your second term. Keep in mind for Business 3050, you do have to pass with a C or higher. If you get a C minus, you will have to repeat Business 3050. Okay, so now I'm going to talk more specifically about some of the options. If your option is not listed here, don't worry. That means it's just not as critical as some of the other options. So, just make sure you complete the business administration one that we listed here. So if you are doing business administration and your option is in accounting, we want you to take accounting 3200A and try to finish accounting 3200B by the end of your second term to stay on track. Because you will need those in order to take accounting 3250 on your third term. So you will be taking accounting 3250 after you've completed accounting 3200B and business 3050. So that's for accounting options. So if you are in the option of human resource management, we want you to try to complete management 3070 and management 4400 by the end of your second term, just to stay on track. If you are operations management, we want you to complete management 3060. That is a prerequisite for a lot of the operations courses. So it's important you try to finish that at least by the end of your second term. And if you are marketing, we want you to complete marketing 3100 at least by your second term. If your option isn't listed here, then that means you don't need to worry about it too much. Just start completing more core classes, which we'll talk about later on. Okay, so now course recommendations for CIS and Econ, the BA and Econ majors. First, I'm going to talk about CIS. So for all computer information systems, hopefully you have completed CIS 2830 at your community college. So that one should already be done. If it's not, then just try to complete it right away. We also want you to complete CIS 3010, CIS 3050, and CIS 4840. Try to complete that at least by the end of your second term. Okay, now next is the Econ, the BA and Econ majors. So we want you to complete Econ 3090 by the end of your second term. If you are in the applied economics option, then you want to make sure that you have calculus completed. Calculus here at Calculate is Math 2110. So that should have already been done because it is a prerequisite for Econ 4010. So you want to take Econ 4010 after you complete your calculus. And then once you're done with Econ 4010, you need to complete Econ 4140. So that's why it's important to try to at least complete your calculus by the end of the second term so you can get started on those Econ courses.
Okay, up next is your degree planner. So basically, the degree planner is like your long-term plan from your community college. All right, it's a planning tool to help you take ownership of your degree. What it does is it will identify all the academic requirements that you still need to complete your degree requirements. If it shows missing GEs that you already took, don't panic. That might be expected because it does take time for admissions to evaluate all the transfer work. But if you still see something missing, go ahead and resubmit your official transcripts, or even better, get a GE certification and submit it to the records office. Try not to retake the courses. We don't want you repeating courses that you don't need. If you are aware that you didn't complete all your GEs or even missing some of the lower division courses, you should try to prioritize those courses. You can also go back to your community college and complete them in the summer. But the degree planner is great. It's implemented into the Get account. And what it does is it will automatically generate a potential roadmap to graduation, and it is totally customizable. So you can customize it, and we'll show you how to do that. Okay, to access your degree planner, it's integrated into your GET, your Get account. So log into your Get, go into the self-service, and then from self-service, go to your student center, and your student center will look something like this. And under the academics of your student center, you'll see a link that says degree planner. So go ahead and click on that. You can also visit our website, calstatela.edu/degree planner to get more information about degree planner. So go ahead and click on degree planner, and it's going to show you, it might take a while to load, but it's going to show you what it looks like on the next slide. So when you first open up your degree planner, it's going to default only using the semesters, but you can customize it. You can add in summer terms, but usually the default is semesters, and as you can see, in this example, it says spring semester 2021, and it's 15 units, and then fall semester 15 units, and then spring 22, 15 units. So, that's 15 courses, right? 45 units, 15 courses. And as you can see, it's just going to default to the semesters, but you might see some unassigned requirements. And that's only because in this example, this student needs 16 courses to graduate. But in his degree planner, it's only set for 15 courses. So any leftover courses will be put into unassigned requirements. It's just meaning that it's a course you do need, but is not assigned to a specific semester. So we can always edit it and change it and correct that. So what I'm going to show you next is how to edit your degree planner, edit preferences, how to customize it. So what we're going to do, if we want to customize the semesters, maybe we want to add in a summer term. So maybe we want to change the units, especially if you are working full-time, then you might not be able to do 15 units per semester. Maybe more realistically, you want to do 9 units or so per semester. So you can customize that. You can click on the Edit Preference button. Once you click on that, you're going to see it added the plus and minus buttons. So what we're going to do is click on the plus to add in a row. You can also click on the minus to remove a term, right? But in this example, we want to add a summer session. So I'm going to add summer 2022. Just for that extra one course. So I'm going to click on the plus. It's going to add another row. I can put in the summer term, and then I'm going to put in the target units. I'm just going to put in 6, even though I know I only need 3 or 1 class. But I'm going to put in 6, but the degree planner is smart enough to know that I only need that 1 class for the summer. So once you're done with that, just go ahead and click on the OK button. As you can see, it rearranged the roadmap, and they put that GE course into the summer. Okay, so that's how you can customize your plan. Okay, so up next, I'm going to arrange my plan. So that is going to allow you to move one course from one term to another course. So I'm going to click on the Arrange My Plan button, and it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. Here, you can drag and drop classes. Okay, so you can drag and drop one course from the fall and put it into the spring. But remember, once you do that, it will change the units. So the degree planner is smart enough to watch out for prerequisites. So if I move one course from one term to another, but I haven't met the prerequisites for that course, the degree planner will catch that, and it's going to tell you, hey, you can't do that. There's an error, and this tells you what the error is. It's a prerequisite error. It tells you management 3080 has to be taken before business 4970. So the degree planner is kind of smart enough to kind of catch roadmaps that don't make sense. It tries to follow the prerequisites. So it's going to know if one course doesn't meet the prerequisites. So it's going to tell you to go back and fix it. It won't let you move on because it caught the prerequisite error. Okay, so up next we have other functions that degree planners can do. You can lock in a course. So if you want to lock in, like for example, business 3050, you want to make sure you take it in the fall, you can lock it in for that specific term. You can also click on the little info bubble, the blue info bubble, And that's going to give you course information, description of the course, prerequisites, etc. It also has, yeah, so that's going to give you more information about that course. You might also see some courses that say not selected, especially in electives. So in example, the marketing elective, it says not selected. And also here you can see upper division GE, that also says not selected. And that is because there's more than one class that can fulfill that requirement. So if you see not selected, all you have to do is just click on select. So in this example, we're going to see the marketing courses. So I'm going to click on select, and we're going to see all the courses we can choose from that will fulfill that marketing elective. Okay. Keep in mind that when you select courses from here, that the degree planner won't automatically check the prerequisites. Okay. So you can always check it by clicking on the blue info bubble. But these are the courses you can take that will fulfill that marketing elective. You can also use it to select your GEs. So if you see a upper division GE, go ahead and click on select, and it's going to bring you to a screen like this. So you want to make sure that the upper division GE you do take has a civic learning requirement, because you do need a upper division civic learning course, and you also need a race ethnicity course. So find any GE you want, but just make sure it has the civic learning and the race ethnicity. If it's missing the race ethnicity, you might have to take another GE just to fulfill that requirement. So instead of taking 3 courses, you just take one course that has civic learning and race ethnicity, and that one course will take care of 3 requirements. Yeah, so you can also use the filters, pick the race ethnicity, pick the civic learning. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so go ahead, take some time right now, take a look at your degree planner. Does it look inaccurate? Do you see some lower division GEs? If you do, don't worry about it. It's common. Don't panic. If you're still missing some lower division GEs or lower division courses, what I would do is just contact your community college, verify that you do meet all the requirements, that you did complete the requirements for a full GE certification. What I would do if you're seeing lower division courses, you might see like a B1, which is like science course, or a B2 biological science, or maybe even a U.S. history or a U.S. government class, right? You might see it in here. Don't panic. Contact your community college. Ask them for a full GE certification. Okay, that's going to cover blocks A through E. If you are missing U.S. history or U.S. Constitution, go back to your community college, ask them for an American institution certification. If you have that, that's going to cover your U.S. history and U.S. government. If you know for sure you didn't take those courses, you can always go back to your community college in the summer, take the courses there. Once you're done with them, just resubmit transcripts to our records office. But if you do see some, lower division GEs that you for sure you've taken, just go back to your community college, ask them for a full GE certification. Okay. If they say yes, that's great. Then just order it and submit it to us. If they say no, you don't have a full GE certification, you can always ask them what's missing, and you can complete those requirements back at the community college. Once you submit updated transcripts or GE certification to us, it does take about 2 months for our records office to process it and put it into the system. So once you submit it, just wait a while and then check on your degree planner again. If you still see it there, then make an appointment with an advisor. We'll go in and see if they receive your transcripts. So just take this time, to take a look at your degree planner and adjust it and fix it. And then because you will be using this tool to kind of figure out what you should be taking for the next semester.
Before we hand you back to our real-life counterparts for Q&A, ask ourselves, what did I learn today? Do I know how to make an appointment? What kind of appointments are being offered? For example, we do not offer graduation checks. If you select the graduation check option, you will not see any available advisors. If you do not see any available appointments, please visit drop-in advising. Those will always be available at the advertised times. Please remember that drop-in is meant for quick 5-10 minute sessions. Do I know the general Cal State LA policies and procedures? What if I fail a course? What are my next steps? How do I check my enrollment date? For example, you'll receive an email stating that your enrollment date has been posted and that you would need to log into Get to check it. Do I know how to check my degree planner? It can be intimidating at first, and you may feel overwhelmed. That is perfectly normal. Take your time. Play with the different options and preferences. At this point, if you do not have any questions, you are free to go. But if you do, please fill out the checkout survey, and Advisor will post the link into the chat. I encourage you to stay even if you don't have any questions. If you do have questions, please start putting them into the chat right now.